Two men are dying of thirst in the desert when they suddenly spot a cup of water. The man rushes straight toward it, desperate to drink the water inside the Holy Grail. But the second he grabs the Grail, something goes horribly wrong. The man turns to ash instantly. Merlin watches his companion die right in front of him, and he's torn. Does he stay in the desert and slowly die? Or does he risk his own life? In the end, Merlin decides to take the gamble. He takes a deep breath and slowly reaches out to grab the Grail. This time nothing happens, so he drinks the water inside. The next second, a miracle happens. The dry barren desert around him instantly transforms into a forest. Trees everywhere, life everywhere, and from that moment on, Merlin gains incredible power. Not only can he see the future, he also becomes immortal. For the next 500 years, he uses his magic to help people. Then one day, a woman named Nimue shows up. The moment they meet for the first time, they fall in love. But Merlin is in agony, because he's immortal, and he's destined to watch the woman he loves grow old and die. So Nimue suggests, let her drink from the Grail too, so they can be together forever. But Merlin knows the truth. Immortality also means suffering, and he doesn't want Nimue to pay that price. So Merlin decides to forge the Grail into a sword, and use it to cut off his own magic, so he can become a normal man again. But to forge the Grail, he needs the fire of Prometheus. On the way, they pass through a village, but every single villager has already been slaughtered. Then they spot cups scattered across the ground, and they realize someone is out there searching for the Grail. Merlin immediately casts a detection spell, and finds a masked figure heading straight toward them. Merlin wants to leave right away, but Nimue doesn't understand. Merlin has all this powerful magic, so why would he be afraid of one ordinary person? But Merlin tells her, if he uses magic to kill someone, the dark magic will start consuming him. Nimue is full of questions, but she has no choice but to follow him and leave. They make it to the fire. Merlin uses the fire of Prometheus to forge the Grail into a holy sword, but right at that moment, the masked man suddenly appears. He grabs Nimue from behind, and threatens Merlin to hand over the sword. In that critical moment, Nimue suddenly fights back with everything she has. She rips off the masked man's face covering. The man is completely enraged, and drives his weapon straight through her stomach on the spot. Merlin holds his dying lover in his arms, and falls into total despair. But even so, he still refuses to hurt anyone. He tries to convince the man to put down the sword. But the next second, Nimue suddenly reaches around from behind the man, and rips out his heart. Here's what had actually happened. Back when Merlin cast his detection spell earlier, she had secretly drunk the water from the Grail. She now has immortality too. But what makes this truly terrifying is that if Nimue kills someone, the darkness will consume her. So Merlin begs her to stop, but Nimue doesn't listen at all.
You're fighting for him, I'm fighting for you. I need you to be the woman that I know. I cannot bear to watch you become this. I know you feel you've lost everything. But if you do this, then we've lost everything.
In the end, she crushes the man's heart anyway. As the man dies, the thing Merlin feared most finally happens. The Grail's power turns against Nimue, and she becomes a dark sorceress completely. She then splits the holy sword in two with her own hands, and turns and walks away from Merlin. To keep the sword from falling into the wrong hands, Merlin seals one half of the sword inside a stone. The broken other half is made into a dagger. He also seals Nimue's soul inside it, so he can control Nimue even after she falls into darkness. As Merlin speaks the spell, Nimue is forcibly summoned. Merlin wants to end this himself, but when he truly faces the woman he once deeply loved, he can never bring himself to do it. Then Nimue sees her chance. She uses dark magic to seal Merlin in an instant, and turns him into a tree.